Brian Ortega, the long-time Gracie Academy pupil, two-time UFC featherweight title challenger. Going to be interesting to see the future, whether at 45 or 55, but this man is no picnic, really, whether it's on the ground or on the field.
No, he's a very tough out, and he's shown that time and time again. That's why he's been so relevant for so long at 145 pounds, but he has long said his future will be at 155. How do those skills that work so well at 145 equate to fighting up at lightweight?
And dating to his 2014 UFC debut, I'm not sure any featherweight has fought a tougher schedule. Another real challenge in front of T-City tonight. Nothing quite like this in professional sports, the magnitude of a UFC title fight, and tonight all eyes are on the undisputed UFC featherweight champion looking to add another major scalp to a resume that is full of big names already.
Yeah, he's got a lot of big names on his resume already, but this guy doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. He seems so motivated to continue to build on his legacy. He's a great champion. He's a guy that lived for that championship belt and has all the skills to hold on to that title for a really long time.
When you look at this top 15 on paper, it is just a wealth of talent, and yet this is the guy they are all chasing, and he has no intention of relinquishing the throne tonight. All right, folks, with that, I'm getting anxious. Both fighters have graced the octagon, ready to go here from a sold-out Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Brian T-City Ortega. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, so the MMA leader back in Montreal tonight. We are inside Bell Center where the hockey fans are making noise for mixed martial arts tonight. This is as good an MMA setting as we have on the entire calendar this year.
I remember sitting in the back before Josh Koscheck fought George St. Pierre and thinking, wow, the Canadian fans have treated us great this week. But the moment we hit the curtain, you felt the boos. You felt that we were uninvited because they were there to cheer on their guy, George St. Pierre. But look, it's not... He's hurt bad.
Well, he's connected with a lot of big shots here early, but he has failed to close the show. Could come back to bite him. Now he pulls guard right into a triangle here.
I mean,
oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
The Korean Zombie gets back up. Well, you never know what can impact a singular mixed martial arts fight, but what are your thoughts on these allegedly shady training camp tapes that have been making the rounds?
I mean, it's just dirty, right? And you gotta just hope that they don't fall into the wrong hands, because you're training in the wrong hands to be a real problem. Not only you, but all of your training partners. I'm out on this.
Back to his feet. Oh, that power one got proved well.
You better keep those hands high.
Korean Zombie starting to feel it here early round one, taking immediate control of the fight and taking the air out of his opponent. So just what the doctor ordered here, right? You're at a striking disadvantage. Let things play out on the ground.
But this is where he's comfortable. Like a lot.
Ooh, mat return. Beautiful setup by him there, champ.
That was next.
Oh, gonna pull guard here. Flying triangle attempt.
I mean, he pulled him right down into a triangle choke.
The submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
All right, late round one action here, and it has been a one-sided affair on the feet. The hands are low, but he hasn't paid for it.
He's so smooth, though, John. You know, like, you get a little nervous in the guy walking the ring with his hands low, but this dude's putting on a show.
Oh, man, looks like he ate another body shot there. Can't absorb too many more of those.
But you can tell that he's starting to feel it right in the midsection. He better start to tuck those elbows, or he's going to really struggle with that down the stretch.
Well-placed shot there, DC. He is officially rocked.
A big, massive hook that really has put his opponent on skates. Ooh, head kick lands, he's hurt.
Well, you see this a lot, champ, right? When you get stunned a little bit, use the clinch as a mechanism through which to recover.
Well, you have to. You got to slow things down. You got to gather yourself. And that's exactly what he's doing right now.
All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So potentially a big factor here, ladies and gentlemen. The cut on the cheek sustained in that round. Certainly better to be below than above the eye, but the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. All right, so a big knockdown for him, courtesy of that punch in that round. DC, here's your replay.
Big moment in the previous round. They were both fighting very well, but when he landed this punch right here that sits his opponent down, it showed that the power is not equal, and if he can land, he does have the ability to damage him.
All right, 5 minutes in the books. Here we go with round two. Chan Sung Jung versus Brian T-City Ortega. Oh, nice body kick. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots.
I think he's got an opponent hurt.
Beautiful combination. The Korean Zombie. Beautiful diving strike lands.
He's
Chan Sung Jung has done it again.
unbelievable. He's a savage.
White goes into the books decisively as a TKO due to ground strikes. Some replays for you now.
That's where he makes his money, right? He makes his money on the ground. He is a phenomenal ground and pound fighter, and that was on display tonight. He was able to get to his positions, land his strikes, knowing exactly which ones were going to be the ones that ended the night of his opponent. He gets the finish, and he gets it in fine fashion.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 49 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
All right, there's a little smile. Wasn't much for smiles during fight week. He can finally exhale right now because he is still the best in the world at 145 pounds.
He's all business in the lead up to these fights. But after the fight is over, he can take a breath. He understands the target that he walks around with on his back and knows every time he goes in there, he fights the very best in the world. But once again, he shows why he's the champion and he keeps the title.
Well, some would argue this is the deepest division in the UFC right now, 145 pounds, a lot of killers at the top. This man has emerged out of the pack and gets his much-deserved title shot here tonight.
From the moment he got to the UFC, he told us we were viewing someone that could make an impact, a future champion that will remind us of the great featherweight champs Max Holloway, Jose Aldo Jr. He said, I am special. I will be a champion one day. Tonight, he gets the opportunity. Let's see if he can cash in.
Now, it appeared as though the weight cut was a little bit difficult. He did not want to hear that noise, but that is behind him, and we'll see how it goes for him here on Saturday night. While the UFC's featherweight division is a hard one to hold down consistently, but this man has done it. He's the undisputed champion, and his latest title defense comes here tonight.
He seems to be getting better. You think that when a guy becomes a champion, he may rest on his laurels. He may start to take a look at his work and smile.
Right.
Not this guy. This guy is doing more now. He seems more motivated to continue to build on the legacy that he's already created. He's a great champion, and tonight he intends to keep that belt.
And he's never sitting on a lead. He's never playing with his food. He's always focused. And now the champion has his sights set on this very worthy challenger here tonight. I'm not sure I have ever heard a louder crowd in any arena in the world than this here Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Athletes are ready to go. Let us now see how this matchup plays out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Arnold Almighty Allen. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
The esteemed Mark Goddard, our referee for this week. All right, so here he is, the reigning defending champion. He won his last fight by TKO, and he says he thinks he can do the same here tonight. He's not putting any added pressure on himself to get the finish necessarily, but he and his corner have seen some holes on film that they believe they can exploit. We'll see if he can get another emphatic finish and continue his championship legacy here tonight. Oh, barely settled in. A huge shot lands early round 1.
I mean, early in the fight, he already has it hurt. Oh my goodness, John, this could be a quick night.
Big shot.
Oh, he dropped it.
Back to his feet. On wobbly legs. Might be time for some desperation wrestling, champ.
Yeah, he's hurt very bad. He might need a level change to try to get a takedown.
And a left hook. Big right hand. Oh, is that going to do it? Yes, that is it. And still the undisputed featherweight champion.
I mean, amazing, John Anik, that this guy continues to defend this championship. It's going to be very difficult to get the belt off this man. Congratulations to the champion.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mark Goddard has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 43 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
Well, he came in as the UFC featherweight champion, billed as maybe the greatest featherweight of all time. And how do you add to that legacy? You knock out the #1 contender cold in defense of your title.
And he said that he's not even done. When he spoke to you in the octagon, he talked about what's next. He talked about how much more he's gonna build on this tremendous resume. This guy has massive goals, and if anybody can accomplish it, it is the UFC's featherweight champion.
All right, so this #1 featherweight contender is no stranger to this setting. Tonight, though, he believes he's just a much better version of himself and finally has the goods and the chops to actually be a world champion.
Sometimes you get there, John, and you're just not ready. It's not easy to become the best in the world. The first time this man got here, he was a great fighter. He was good, but he just wasn't ready to be the best in the world. He said that the moment he got back home, he went to work to improve it. He feels like all the improvements were made. And tonight, he is the best featherweight the UFC has.
And it does seem as though we have taken two-way action on this fight, but a lot of people believe in the challenger. And I'm not just talking about his coaches. We'll see how it goes tonight. Alexander the Great Volkanovski has stepped into the octagon. This time, he wants to leave with that championship belt. Well, there have been so many great undisputed featherweight champions in UFC history. Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Alexander Volkanovski, and this is the latest entrant, another guy who people believe could be just as special.
John, think about the names that you just listed. These are three of the greatest names the sport has ever seen. And this man is starting to build a resume where he stands alongside some of the greatest featherweight champions of all time. He is just a beast of an athlete. He is a beast of a champion, and he believes that tonight it will just be another notch on the belt as he keeps his championship belt.
We asked him in the fighter meeting, is this title challenger the toughest fight of your career? He smiled and said no comment. We'll see later tonight. Well, so much UFC history has played out here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Plenty more where that came from tonight. The athletes are ready to go. All right, now we bring you the tail of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Featherweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Alexander the Great Volkanovski. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Featherweight Champion of the world, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
Deep breaths, folks.
Ready.
Here we go.
Ready.
All right, round 1 of the title fight is underway. It's going to be hard to duplicate what he did his last time out, successfully defending the belt emphatically with a knockout. Everybody's paying attention now. The target's on his back. We'll see if he can remain the hunter. Oh, nice left hook there from Volkanovski.
Volkanovski's such a phenomenal fighter. I believe his confidence is what truly carries him to be so spectacular, to be so successful. He believes with every part of himself that he is the absolute best fighter in the world.
Oh, you gotta love this. He is coming out swinging early. No surprise, the aggression on full display.
Oh, he said he was gonna take it to this guy. That was exactly what he was doing as he started his try. That was a nasty punch that just landed in close.
Knuckle sandwich.
That's the danger in the engagement there.
So much movement out of Volkanovski on the feet as usual.
What I love about Volk's style is his ability to give you feints with his arms, shoulders, and his hips. It truly makes him a special fighter.
Oh, posturing up and raining down with strikes.
This is not where you want to be against this dude.
Oh, and he lands another leg kick there. I have a novel idea. Maybe the opponent should try to check one of these.
He's got to try to check it, but he can't, John, because there's no windup.
Yeah.
There's no tell. And when he feels his opponent is getting a beat on his leg kicks, he'll just pop a jab up, get the hands up to block the face, blast. Oh! This is big. That's big. It's the body shots. He don't want to get hit the body anymore. Oh, nice right hand.
Man, this is crazy. He's hurt, and he's still firing. Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing. You see it all the time. A fighter's getting crispy on the feet, humbled by a takedown.
That was good. He was fighting a flawless fight, but a takedown can really level the playing field, and that takedown right there was time perfect.
All right, so we're upright for now, but probably another takedown attempt here in the not-too-distant future.
Absolutely. But he's been so successful at it. Every time he shoots, he scores a takedown, so why would he change it? He should be shooting takedowns because his opponent has not shown an ability to stop him.
All right, 20 seconds to go in the round. Oh, what a shot to the body. Dean steps in. How about the Korean Zombie?
Oh, my God.
Well, make no mistake about it, he is getting 2 paychecks tonight as he gets the big TKO victory. Wow.
That's unbelievable. It was crazy to watch his finishing instincts on display as he got that massive victory. It was amazing, John. It was amazing.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 44 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO, And still, the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, the Korean Zombie, Chan Sung Jung.
Well, he wasn't much for words during fight week. He just kept saying, and still, and that's exactly how it goes down tonight. Congratulations to the UFC featherweight champion of the world. Starting to close that gap on the all-time greats, too, with this result tonight.
He is one of the greatest featherweight champions we have ever seen. He carries himself with a demeanor that says that you will not take this belt from me.